Chapter 2 Observation Skills. You are listening to the book Let's Unfold the Wings of Creativity. This book is about development of scientific creativity. It is written by Dr. Nalini Gujrathi. Originally, the Marathi book is called Pankha Phulavu Pratibhetse. It has been translated to English by Suchitra Chitrao and edited by Sulabha Sidhaye, and it is being read out to you by Dr. Deepthi Sidhaye. So let's listen to this book. Chapter 2 Observation Skills 2.1 Criteria for Good Observations. Kalpana, Srujan, Naveen, and Prerana have come to Pratibhatai's place and are chatting amongst themselves. Srujan: Pratibhatai has asked us to bring along a candle and a matchbox. I don't know why. Kalpana: Maybe to demonstrate an experiment? Naveen: A magic trick perhaps. Prerana: Let that be. Have you all done the homework? Everyone: Yes, of course. Pratibhatai arrives. Pratibhatai: Good morning, children. Did you solve the exercise? How did you like it? Naveen: Tai, it was quite simple. I solved the one about the triangle easily. I had been able to think of only 10 ideas for the rectangle, but this time I got 25 ideas. Prerana: I had created 4 groups for quadrilateral figures. Now I have made 7. Kalpana: I got 2 innovative figures for the quadrilateral. I think now I have got 4. Srujan: All my scores have gone up too. Pratibhatai: Good. Because you are now aware of the different creative abilities, you worked consciously and consequently got the results. If awareness alone could make such a difference, imagine what will happen when you learn the techniques of creativity. Anyway, I had asked you to bring along a candle and a matchbox. I'm sure you have all brought them. Everyone: Yes, Tai. Are we going to conduct an experiment? Pratibhatai: I am coming to that. We are going to learn a few techniques of enhancing our observation skills. Observations are very closely related to creativity in science. Today, let's look carefully at the candle. Lit candle as well as unlit candle. Here is a small plate for each one of you. Please light your candle and fix it in the plate with a few drops of melted wax. Note down as many observations as you can in 10 minutes. Your time starts now. All of them note down their observations. Pratibhatai: Let's start with you, Kalpana. Read your list. Kalpana: 1. The candle is white in color. 2. There is a thread-like wick inside. 3. The surface is smooth. 4. On lighting, the flame looks colorful. Yellow outside, blue at the bottom and black at the core. Pratibhatai: That's good, Kalpana. Now the rest of you share 2 or 3 of your observations one by one. Remember, no repetitions. Prerana: Here I go. 5. It is cylindrical in shape. 6. The wax melts and turns into liquid on heat. Sometimes it drops down and again turns into solid hard balls. 7. Candle gives out light. Naveen: 8. It can be fixed erect on melted wax. 9. Sometimes the wick is flickering. 10. It is made up of hydrocarbons. Kalpana: Tai, the last point is not really an observation. Pratibhatai: Kalpana is right. Known facts, opinions, and judgments about an object cannot be considered as observations. Whatever is understood through our 5 senses or through experiments is called observation. Srujan, it's your turn now. Srujan. 11. The height of this candle is about my palm size. 12. It is odorless. 13. It casts a shadow. Pratibhatai. All of you have noted down valid observations. Some of them are quite uncommon. Which of them are good observations? Which are significant? There are certain criteria to decide this. If you take them into account, your observations will be all the better. Kalpana. Really? What are the criteria? May I ask? Pratibhatai. 1. Observation must be accurate. Suppose you are reading a thermometer, you should note down the exact temperature. While conducting experiments, we need to record lots of readings such as weight, area, volume, current, voltage, resistance, and so on. An error in the reading may lead to wrong inference. 2. Observations should be minute. Is there a minute observation in our present list? Prerana. Srujan saw the shadow of the candle. I think this is a minute observation. None of us noticed it. Pratibhatai. Absolutely right. The next point is that our observation should be relevant as well as significant. For instance, Prerna's observation that wax melts and turns liquid on heating and then it drops down and turns into solid hard balls is quite significant. Observations should be comprehensive. They should include all the aspects like components, arrangement, properties, and functions of the object under observation. I am going to give you children an observation checklist. If you keep that in mind, your observations will become more or less perfect. As of now, your observations are quite comprehensive. Yet this checklist will make a lot of difference. Naveen. Please explain it to us. Pratibhatai. Yes, definitely. But before that, I wish to explain one more criterion of observations. The observations should stimulate our thought process. They should make us wonder why these objects are the way they are. What made them that way? They should lead us to new ideas, some experiments, and worthwhile inferences. Kalpana. I didn't quite get you. Could you elaborate on that? Pratibhatai. Okay. Let me give you an example. When we see things in the nature around us, aren't our minds filled with questions? I'm sure, as small kids, all of us have wondered about plenty of things. How is a rainbow formed? How come the sky remains stable without any support? Why does it never fall down? How are clouds formed? What makes the rain fall? Lots and lots of questions. Many a times we harass our parents with such questions. Coming back to our candle, which questions can possibly arise in our minds? Naveen. Who must have invented the candle? Prerna. What is its chemical composition? Srujan. Why do we see different colors in the flame? Pratibhatai. That's wonderful. Looks like you are ready to ask questions based on each observation. Can you suggest any ideas based on observations? They need to be realistic. Srujan. If I could get light of various colors from this candle, red, blue, green, yellow, what fun it would be. Kalpana. They say that beehives are made up of wax-like substance. Can we use that to make candles? Can sealing wax be used instead? Pratibhatai. See, now you have started getting wonderful ideas. Can you think of an experiment now? Naveen. When we light a candle, the wax melts and starts flowing down. By the time it reaches the bottom, it turns into small hard balls. We can find out if the balls are of varied sizes. What is their alignment? Does the melted wax harden into balls every time we light a candle? Does tilting the candle affect their formation in any way? We can conduct so many experiments. Then we can draw some worthwhile conclusions. Pratibhatai. Fantastic. Looks like Naveen is a young scientist now. All of you can come up with more and more such experiments. We should be able to make thought provoking observations. Naveen. Tai, you were going to discuss the checklist of observation process, weren't you? Pratibha Tai. Yes, I am coming to that. Overall, 10 points are discussed in detail for this list. Using them, we may come up with lots of observations. Of course, we don't need to use all of them each time. Let us discuss the list next time. For now, here is a puzzle to check how minute your observation is. Bring the solution in the next class. Exercise. Note minute observations about the following. 1. 10 rupee coin. 2. 10 rupee note. Next question. Take any thermometer. List your observations. Note that your observations should lead to some worthwhile inferences. List the inferences as well. Next question. Watch the process of making tea at home. Based on that, make a list of the experiments that can be conducted. Thank you. You were listening to Chapter 2.1, Criteria for Good Observations, from Chapter 2, Observation Skills, of the book Let's Unfold the Wings of Creativity. This book is about development of scientific creativity and is written by Dr. Nalini Gujrathi. The original book is in Marathi and is translated by Suchitra Chitrao, edited by Sulabha Sidhaye, and this book is read out to you by Dr. Deepthi Sidhaye.